Hey guys, how you doing? Byron Scott back with the 9 to 5 Wholesaler Show. And in this show, we're going to be talking about how to set up your wholesale business. I'm gonna talk about how I set up my wholesale business, how you can go about setting up your wholesale business, and how you can go about setting up a business kind of in general. Some things you can take away as far as setting up business, no matter what business you're setting up. Some things are going to apply around the board. But that's what we're going to be talking about today. Stay tuned toward the end. We'll talk about some tips and tricks and some books that you can go and read, listen to, that can help you when it comes to trying to set up this wholesale business. If you're new to the channel, I'm Byron Scott. I was a teacher, stopped teaching just this past year, spent the last 2 years wholesaling. Got one deal, turned that one deal into a business. We're able to turn it into a six-figure business my first year, second-figure big business my second year. Got out of teaching. Now I'm full-time wholesaling real estate and full-time here with you guys, trying to help other people with a 9 to 5 stop their 9 to 5 and start wholesaling. And really, you don't have to stop your 9 to 5. You love what you do, keep doing it, but you can wholesale too, make some extra money. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. If you got questions, leave it in the comment on the side. We'll address those. If you're watching this on a replay, leave comments below. If you are a 9 to 5 wholesaler, we like to have you on the show. Reach out, leave a comment. Let me know you like to be on the show. We'll bring you on, let you tell your story, stuff like that. But let's get right into it. So when I first attempted to set up this wholesale business, the first thing I did was I registered with Georgia Secretary of State, register my LLC. You can go to the Secretary of State website and set that up fairly easy. Need to make a video specifically about that, but go to the Secretary of State website, set up an LLC. But before you do that, what I would do is I would go to Google domains or some kind of domain search and search that company name in a domain. So like if I'm in Google, and I think I can probably share this with y'all real quick, try to share my screen and walk through this with y'all. Let's see right here. So bam. If I'm in Google, I'm searching Google domains and I'm clicking here and I'm gonna search for new domains, whatever I want to name my company. High five Inc. or high five. Let's go high five. So bam, .com is not available. You want your business to be able to have that .com. So how's business today? Business good, JBiz, but you want your business to be able to have that business domain. So before you even go to Secretary of State website, go right here, make sure your domain is good, make sure you're able to set up a website, with your domain name. You want to make sure you're able to set up an email address with your domain name. That's something that's big because like when I do business, I'm doing business in my business name, like a legit email. People ask me, what's your email? I have a name. It's Byron at, this.com, a real legit email. So that I would advise you to go get that real, make sure your domain is 100% ready to go on the domain with a .com, right? That's what I would do. So that would be the first thing I do. Once I see that my domain is good, I'm heading over to the Secretary of State. I'm heading over to the Secretary of State website. Bam. Let me make sure. Let me get this right. So I'm heading over to the Secretary of State website, looking under business, complete annual registration, create domestic entity. There we go. create domestic entity, register online. Scroll down. Let's see where they got this at. Business search. Nope. Online. Bam. Create a new account. And then just go through here, fill out your information, and set it up. So that's what I would do if I'm trying to, that's what I'm do. That's what I'm gonna do. First thing, make sure my domains are straight. Second thing, was first thing, make sure your domain is available with a .com. Second thing, go ahead and register your company name that you was going to use, that domain to make. Register your company name with the Georgia Secretary of State or whatever state you in. And then after you do that, the next thing I'm going to do is with that domain, go and set up my emails, right? I want to go set up my emails. So that, I can have legit professional email addresses, right? That's a big thing. Having legit professional email addresses. That's what I want to do. Like, that's some groundwork stuff that you can do. Also, you want to go and get a business address, right? You can go search, and all this stuff is searchable. Google is amazing. Business address. You want a permanent business address. Like, you want something. A lot of these things, you can get a low cost business address, but get you a business address. A lot of them gonna want some permanent address. So if you can use your home address, you may want to use that. But to get kicked off, I would use something like this right here, which is like a low cost business address website. Go in there, and usually they'll get you a box. You'll be able to forward your mail from there to your wherever you want it sent to. So those are some foundational things. So you got a business name. You can get a business website when you set up a Google domain. You can get a business email when you set up a Google domain. And now you go get you a business address right here. And now you got a business address. So now you pretty much legit. You're registered with your state. You have a business domain, which gives you access to get a website, which also gives you access to have an email address, and you have a business address. So bam, you set up as a business. Now you're ready to go. So after I do that, whatever business I'm in, you probably should know a little bit about it, but you need to go and go search YouTube, become obsessed, read about it, study it like crazy, go find books that's related to that business, listen to those books, go follow people on your social media that's within that business and consume their content like crazy. And what you need to do is you need to begin to you just got to take action, and when you take action, begin to, and something works. When you take action and something works, write down what you did, right? Write down the different steps. What's up, Dylan? Write down the different steps of what you did. Every time you do some of your business, you want to write down all of these steps. Write down every step to everything that you do, even the smallest steps, right? And that's what I did in my business. Just wrote down every single step, and all these different steps is written down. And now I have them, and I hand it over to my virtual assistants or the people that work with me. I brought in a transaction coordinator, was able to hand her over my transaction stuff, because I wrote the transactions down step by step, everything that happens within the transaction. And she was able to take that and complete transactions step by step, just taking it step by step, right? So that's what I would do. Write down step by step things that, how your business is going to run. You can write this stuff out even before you do it, because that's what I did. I wrote down step by step, just like my hiring process. I wrote it down step by step, right? And now my virtual assistant in the Philippines, she hires people for me because I wrote it down step by step and I walked her through it. Bam, she was able to take it and go step by step. And I even got her to make videos once she figured it out. She made SOPs, standard operating procedure videos to show, to be able to show people this is what we do, this is how we do it. So those are, some keys, some fundamentals in setting up your business, how you can go about setting up your business in a way to where, you're not just doing one transaction, you're not just, doing one thing one time. You want to create a situation where it's repeatable, right? And this wholesaling thing is definitely something that's repeatable. It's definitely something that's scalable, and it's all about just setting processes, procedures, routines, and stuff like that, to get it to this level. So I'm gonna check out some of these comments, trying to answer somebody's question. So just did my one business had my name, but if I put LLC, I'm all clear. Would that be okay? I think so, man. I think so. But you make sure you register with the state though. Whatever state you in, make sure you register. Yeah, LLC besides your name. Just make sure you get registered, man. Yo, the live yesterday was lit. Yeah, the live yesterday was lit up, man. You didn't check out the live yesterday, go check it out. We found somebody, a buyer, live right here on the show. We also comp 2 properties right here live on the show. You can go check it out. What's up, man? We comp 2 properties live right here on the show. That was really cool. And going to get the buyer in the going to get a buyer into the property. We found a buyer live yesterday on the show. He going to check out the property Monday. We're gonna see what he talking about, and we're gonna get this deal sold, man. So if you ever got a property that you want comp, send it in. We'll comp it together. You got somebody that you want me to call, whether it's a seller, whether it's a buyer, we'll call them up, get them on the phone, and talk to them live. Let's do it, man. So should I drive for dollars in a bad neighborhood? Depending on how bad that neighborhood is. You know what I'm saying? I know some people, I know some neighborhoods that, you probably shouldn't be driving for dollars in, but it depends on how bad that neighborhood is. But anywhere people are buying, you could drive that neighborhood, man. So if you know somebody buying in the neighborhood, drive it. You know what I'm saying? See what they talking about, and things might work out. So I would say drive any neighborhood where buyers are buying, right, and where you feel safe. Yeah, drive any neighborhood where buyers are buying, and you can be safe. Y'all stay safe out there when you driving around. Let's go, right? My guy Eduardo said, "Let's go." But yeah, man, just wanted to come here and talk to y'all about how I set up the business. Another thing about my business that I did was I created roles, right? So this role, that role, this role, that role. If you haven't already, go check out my video, How to Pitch Your Business. And in that video, I talked about the different roles that I had within the business, and I left a PDF attached to that video that showed the different roles in my business. So I kind of mapped my business out before I got started, and I had people playing different roles, right? So in wholesaling, I had, the marketing manager, I had the acquisition manager, I had the disposition manager, and I had the transaction coordinator. Those were the 4 kind of departments, like marketing department, acquisitions department, dispositions department, transactions department, right? In the transaction department, you had the transaction coordinator. You got a transaction coordinator assistant, right? In the disposition department, you had a dispositions manager. You had a disposition manager assistant. You have in acquisitions, you had the acquisition managers. You had junior acquisition, and then you had lead manager, right? And then you had cold callers and texters, right? And then in my marketing, you had the marketing manager, and then that was it. So that was my thing that I kind of mapped out, and just mapping your business out and filling in those different roles. And sometimes you're gonna have to play a lot of different roles until you get to the point where you have other people playing those roles. You're able to bring other people on, hire other people. You're gonna have to play those roles. And with you playing those roles, you're gonna be able to write down, this, do it this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. You're gonna be able to create checklists on how this happens, how we do this. This is how we do that, step by step by step. You're gonna be able to write it down because you played that role and you done it, right? So that's what I would say. That's what I did. And I think that's one thing that you could do no matter what business you in. Create roles, identify what those roles are going to be. I even had the pay for the different roles, right? So in this role, this person get paid this much money. In this role, this person get paid this much money. So I had to pay for all the different roles. And, it just helped me as I went, to try to stick to this and understand, okay, if I pay this person this much, I pay this person this much, I pay this person this much. Okay, what am I going to end up with? And how much do I need to make to meet my goal that I want, right? So that's what I did as far as putting those roles together, right? Because at the end of the day, as Michael Gerber say in the book The E-Myth Revisited, which is the greatest book for building a business, at least a small business, Michael Gerber says, as much as your business depends on you, you don't have a business. You can't have a business that depends on you. You have to have a business that runs when you ain't even there, right? Because what happens when you get sick? What happens when you get busy? What happens when you have something else going on? You can't be there, right? You want that business to be able to function. You want that business to be able to run. How do you do that? Create standards. You create procedures. You create processes. You create policies, right? So that's what you do to keep your business, to get your business running and to keep it running even without you, right? So A says, been cold calling, getting beat up on the phones. Any advice on staying positive, not getting over emotional while on the phone? You can't get emotional, man. At any point during this journey, you got to stay level headed. You're going to have your up and downs, but you got to understand that you got to stay level headed, man, in this entrepreneurial journey. But man, when you cold calling, like I said, there's a company and there's roles. And what I do is I put myself in the role of a cold caller. I'm a cold caller for this company, right? I'm doing my job. My job is to call this person, collect information, see if they're interested in selling a timeline they're looking to sell in. And I'm going to submit this information to the investors that this company works with, right? Bam, simple as that. So you don't get too emotional. You're just doing your job, and your job really is to help that seller, right, who needs that cash offer on their property, right? That's your job. So you're calling one, hey, you interested in selling, this is, A with A plus, cash offers, just call and see if you might be interested in selling your property, bam, let them know, hey, look, my job, I work as, this company is a service provider for a lot of different investors. And we're just reaching out to people to see if they might have a property they might be interested in selling. Right. So just taking an easy approach. Don't try to put too much weight on it. And just look to serve people. That's a big thing. Like, you out there looking to serve people. That's the thing. Check the interview. So yeah, you just look to serve people, man. That's what you got to do. I always think that's the way to go. So Ryan Craig says, how much do you expect to make in your second year after expenses? Well, this would be my second full year. So like I say last year I made I think after expenses, I think I made about 700, something like that. But this year, I guess I probably make about the same thing. Because I mean, this is June, so you got June. So up to now, I think I made like three, something like that. So you got, what's that? July, August, September, October, November. Like, dude, you got a lot of year left. You never like, dude, you start hitting these 100K months, and you never know, that thing could get ran all the way up. So it's crazy, man. So I don't know, but if I had to guess, I think I'd be around 6 or 7 because of what's going on right now. You never know, but if I had to guess, I'd be around 6 or 7. The expenses are not that much, man. I don't spend that much money wholesaling. I probably spend like 4K, around 4K something a month wholesaling, right? You got to realize I do share platforms with other people, so my costs are not nearly as high as it would be. But if I was by myself, as far as paying for platforms, I still would probably be at 4K. You know, um, I would be around that 4K something. I would be able to cut some stuff out, be able to move some stuff around, be at like 4 or 5K wholesaling. So the expenses are not crazy. So if I make 700, you know, and my expenses are like 60, 70, then I still made 630, right? It's not like my expenses are even close to my income. That's the point I'm trying to make. But anyways, man, anybody got a property they trying to comp, man? A property they trying to comp. Anybody got a property they trying to comp or got a question or anything like that, man? Just go ahead and drop it, and we'll go ahead and jump into it, man. Um, like I said, my goal is to help people with a 9 to 5 begin to wholesale real estate. And um, so make sure you share the video, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel, let people know what's going on. And hopefully I can help somebody, man. And if I can help you, make sure you let me know. But let's get a property up here that we can show y'all how to comp these properties. And comping is really not a big thing, man. You really looking for cash sales. Like you looking for cash sales. Let me look and see if I got something in here that I can run a comp on for y'all. Something that I'm looking at. Let's see. Let's see if I got something I can comp for y'all. Let's see. All right, let's see this one. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this one right here. Let me see. All right. Bam. Let's see if I can pull this up. Share. Bam. It is. Let me see. I'm trying to pull this up for y'all so I can share my screen. Here it is. Share right here. Bam. So let's look at this property right here. This property is in Stockbridge, Georgia. And you see right here, I always tell y'all I glance at this. I glance at this right here. I glance at what had been sold. I glance at the assessment, just getting some ideas. And after I glance at those, then I'm moving on and Gonna look at the bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and then you can always like to take this right here. Uh-oh. Bam, bam. I always like to pull up two windows. Bam. Zoom in on it, see where I'm at. And then here we go. Let's see. We see where we at, 82. Bam. Let's zoom out a little bit. We got something at 80. Always go to more. See what's going on the last 6 months. Click out of that. Nothing in the last 6 months. Hide that. So bam, we got some right here. So what we have, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. Let's see if we can find anything. 3-bedroom, 1-bath. Nah, they ain't gonna do it. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Okay, we're a little bit closer, 1,200 square feet. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. Nah, they ain't gonna do it. Let's back out a little bit more. Here it is, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. That's a good one. This may be another one. Let's see if that got a square footage. That don't have a square footage, but it look like it's close. This kind of like it's close, but it doesn't look like that one. You see what I'm saying? So this one looks a lot like that one, but I don't think this one got a garage though. So we're gonna have to check, see if this one got a garage. And if this one got a garage, then we know we talking about something. So let's see. I don't know about that one. Oh man, so somebody bought this one, and what did they buy it for? They bought it for 225, right? So they bought this one for 225. So since they bought this one for 225, seemed like they would be able to buy ours for 225, or at least close. See, this is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. This is really similar. This one don't like it has a garage. Let's see what year it was built. Let's see what year it was built. Scrolling. I then ran by the year, man. I don't see the year. Oh, that is 1994. Let's see when ours was built. Ours was built. Let's go down. 2001. So theirs was built in 1994. Ours was built in 2001. So look like we may have some here, right? And this one seemed like the ARV is 225, right? If they bought this one for 225, seemed like they'll turn around and buy this one for 225. So look like we got some right there. We found a pretty good comp, and look like that property would go for 225. You just got to figure out who bought this property, right? You just got to find these buyers, man. I told y'all that's the key. Like finding buyers is the key, man. That's the key to all this. You find the right buyers, you figure out what they buy, you figure out the price they buy it at, and then you go from there. So I think that's the key, man. Find buyers, right? Find your buyers, figure out what they buying it at. And then, like I just did, you look at comparable properties, you look at what they buying it for, comparable properties, comparable conditions, comparable year built, comparable bedroom, bathroom, square footage, and bam, there we go. You found you a comp. You understand what that property could potentially sell for, and you don't want to look at properties that's in way better condition. You want to look at the properties that's in about the same condition. You know what I'm saying? You want to look at the properties that's about in the same condition. That way, you know what your property in its condition gonna be able to do. You know what I'm saying? So man, here we go. Let me scroll back up. Anybody got any? Oh man, here we go. So like I said, this line was supposed to be about building your business out. A couple of books I would recommend for building your business. One is The One Thing. The One Thing is really big. It's like focusing on one thing. And when you build your business, you focus on one thing at a time. You know, another one that's big is the E Myth Revisited. The E Myth Revisited is a big one, right? It just says, hey, look, just because you are a hairstylist don't mean you can start a freaking salon. Just because you can wholesale one deal don't mean you can run a wholesale business. Just because you are good at something don't mean you can start that business, right? You have got to be able to put together processes, procedures. You got to be able to put stuff together. You got to be able to put systems together, right? In order to start a business. So in order to do that, you know, you have got to put these procedures in place. You got to focus on one thing, right? Another good book is Cal Newport, Deep Work. You got to do deep work. You got to get rid of the distractions. You got to sit down and focus. And you got to write out all the stuff that you did, every single step. You got to write it down, man, because that's the key, man. Understanding every step and all your processes within your business, in order to be able to hand that off to other people. That's a true business. Being able to hire people, bring them on, have them complete a task that's within a bigger system that completes a goal, right? Be able to hire people to complete a task that's within a system that completes a goal, right? That's a business, man. And once you can put that system together and complete a goal, then if that's repeatable, and then if that's scalable, then bam, you got something, right? You got something. So that's what I would say, to all my people that's looking to build businesses out there. Hello, what's up, Luis? What's going on? But yeah, that's what I would say to all my people that's out there looking to build a business. Like I said, man, let's see what Kimberly J got going on. Hey, Byron, at what point do you do and complete what? I don't understand that. Complete on the property while you have the seller on the phone. Um, Deep Work by Cal Newport. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, can do a comp. Oh, what point do you do a comp on the property? Uh, I do it before I get on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I look at the property just so I can understand where I need to have a seller at. Before I ever get on that phone, I want to know kind of where I need that seller at, to get this deal done. So as soon as somebody show interest, I'll comp the property, and then I know where I'm aiming, where I'm at. So just like I comp that property, and I know I probably could sell it for 225. So I'm thinking if they bought it for 225, I want to get down to 210, 215. So I know I want to aim to go even lower than that. So if I think I want to sell it at, I want to get in the contract at 210, 215, I'm asking them for 200, 205, right? So I go in with the sellers like, hey, look, 200. What's the bid? What's closest to 200 you can get us? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. And then when I fish it out to the buyers, I'm fishing it out for 225 because I know somebody has bid on that before, right? I know somebody has bid on that before. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I do. Comp the property as soon as somebody show interest. Um, think about my 10K fee that I want, right? So the buyer's buying at 225, my 10K fee will put me at 215. 10K below that would put me at 205, and then I'm negotiating from there, right? So JS, he got something for us to comp over here, man. He got something for us to comp over here. Let's see what we can do. So 5549 Palm Street. Oh, this ain't Fitzgerald, Georgia, is it? Where is that at, JS, man? What's going on, man? How you doing? St. Louis. You can find me in St. Louis. St. Louis, baby. Goodness. Let's see what we got here. Share the screens. Bam. Bam. Ooh, St. Louis. The Lou. From the Lou. So yeah, here we go. So we don't know how many bedrooms we got. We know how many bathrooms we got. Let's scroll on this thing. We don't know how many bedrooms. We know how many bathrooms. This is a multi-family built in 1924. So y'all ain't got no records on here, nothing over here in Louis. In the Louis. All right, so let's see what we can make out of this. Bam. Pull it up again. Exit out. Man, y'all got no data. None. But anyways, we're gonna do what we can do when we can do it. So dang, man, y'all ain't got nothing. But and I ain't even got a lot of this stuff is missing, man. Y'all gonna have a hard time over here comping these properties with no data, man. Uh but anyways, we're gonna do what we can though. This look kind of like that. Let's scroll out and see some more. 20, what's that? 2,700 square feet. Gotta have more than one bath in there, right? I would assume. That's way too big. That ain't no comp. That ain't no comp. That ain't no comp. I would say the closest comp is probably right here. It's probably the closest comp, right? So this one was sold as is. This was a multifamily unit. It's probably about the same. It's close by the other unit. So I would say this one is probably close. If you can look this up and figure out what county is this in. You know what county this is, JS? I don't know if you could look up the county. What county is it? County. What county is St. Louis? Oh, St. Louis County? Is this in St. Louis County? What county do you think this is in? St. Louis County. St. Louis County property search. Let's see. Let's see what y'all got going on out here. Man. Y'all boys gonna need to move to Georgia, man. Y'all boys gonna need to move to Georgia. Y'all need to petition y'all officials. Let's see. Palm Street, no direction. Palm Street. Let's see if this pops up. We just searching ours. Uh-oh. Uppercase. What the heck, dude? Dang. I don't know, man, but I would say search your county records. Search your county records, and your county records may show what these properties sold for. Worst case, you can go out there to the county courthouse and figure out what the property sold for. So at worst, you should be able to go to the courthouse and see what the property sold for. But yeah, you're gonna have a hard time in these places that ain't gonna let you figure out how much property sold for. But somebody got to let you know. You go to the county courthouse. You could probably look it up on that site. You could probably look it up on that site and figure out. Let me look a little bit harder, man. But you could probably pull it up on the site. I just don't understand what they talking about with some of this stuff. But you could probably look it up on the site and figure out how much it's sold for. Avenue. Let's go Avenue. Here, Avenue. I don't know about the lowercase, uppercase. What do they mean by that? What y'all got going on over there? Proper case, uppercase, lowercase. I don't understand that. Proper case. Let's map locator, parcel name. God dog, man. Let's say this. Nothing here. Clara Avenue. Let's go lowercase. I don't know. They ain't even pulling up nothing. St. Louis County, Missouri. Right? St. Louis County, Missouri. This ain't even pulling up nothing. Claire Avenue, uppercase. It's not pulling up nothing in its own books. It's not pulling up nothing. So, but yeah, man, go to the county courthouse and ask them jokers, hey, you know, what's going on? Can I figure out how much this property sold for? Yeah, go ask the people at your courthouse, man, what's going on, how much this property sold for, and they should be able to help you out. But yeah, that's what you're gonna have to do in those non-disclosure states, right? You got to figure out how much some property sold for, one way or the other. But yeah, man, been on here 41 minutes, man. I'm finna get off this thing. But like always, like I said, man, make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe, share to other people, trying to help 100 people with a 9 to 5 start wholesaling real estate so they can live life on their own terms. But I'm finna get out of here for now. Until next time, the 9 to 5 Wholesale Show. We'll see you people. If you have a topic you want us to address, leave it in the comments below. And we'll address those topics. But other than that, peace out, people.